Today on Run It Back, are the Wizards a threat in the East? Should the Sixers be scared of the Wizards after trading John Wall for Russell Westbrook? And did Shake Milton actually put on 15 pounds of muscle in 2 months? This video is brought to you by the Run It Back Teespring store. Click the link in the description. Get all the Run It Back merchandise, not including this Fire Brett Brown t-shirt because that's copyright material. I wasn't allowed to print it on Teespring, so I custom made it. I'm sorry you can't have one. Maybe one day I'll give one away. But go get my other merchandise by clicking the link on the website and by clicking the link in the description. And use the code RUNMY20 for 20% off. Also, fansedge.com. That's a Fanatics company. Up to 65% off Sixers and Eagles gear right now by clicking the link in the description. The code is at the top of the website. You want to be the best, the most favorite member of your family during Christmas by giving people dope Sixers and Eagles gear at up to 65% off. Take advantage of it. Let's get into this. Run It Back Nation. What is good? My name is DJ Eastwood. What's my intro? I've been wanting to bring my intro back, and I forget what it is, man. Oh, yeah, this is the home of the most brutally honest Philly sports takes on YouTube. Some people don't like it, but it's because some people don't like the truth. Hit the like button if you like the truth. Hit the dislike button if you like lying to yourself, and hit the subscribe button if you're new. I give you these podcast episodes every single day for free. I want my subscription. Also, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the live streams. We do live call-in shows and all kinds of fun stuff. And my damn cat is at the door. Cat's such a pain in the ass, man. Don't ever get a cat. Ever. Cats are assholes. Seriously. Okay, they don't care about anything but themselves. They only want to hang out with you because they want to use you as a piece of furniture because they like your body warmth. And then they'll piss and shit wherever they want if you don't clean their litter box enough. They'll dig their claws into you when they're on top of you. They're just assholes. My cat waits till I come up here to record a YouTube episode, and he starts scratching at the door just to be a dick. Just to be a dick. There's no other explanation for it. Let's talk about the topics for today. Actually, before we get into the topics for today, I wanted to cover something that's hilarious. My all-time least favorite NFL announcer got himself in some hot water recently, last night actually, during the Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens game. Chris Collinsworth. Oh, I can't stand him. He never shuts the hell up. He educates people the entire game. You see, this is what's going to happen here. The receiver runs here with his 2 feet down the field, and the quarterback throws this football right here into the receiver's hands. That's called a reception. That is just beautiful. I hate him. I can't stand him. Chris Collinsworth said that he's blown away by women who know about football. Oh, let me bring this up here real quick, man, because this is just pure comedy gold, this freaking idiot. Chris Collinsworth's not so great take. He said, everybody's a fan. In particular, the ladies that I met. They have really specific questions about the game. I'm just like, wow, just blown away. It's 2020, and Chris Collinsworth is going to say that he's blown away by the fact that women have specific questions about football. You f***ing idiot. Are you kidding me? Tons of women know the ins and the outs of the game. I listen to some podcasts that are hosted by women. There is millions of women that know about sports. You Neanderthal.
I think being a bachelor and playing football have a lot of similarities between them. You go out, and there's not anything in the world any more competitive than going out and trying to find the girl. I like girls that aren't too bright because you can trick them a little bit. The punk rockers all love me. Those are my big girls, and high school girls love me. 14 to 18. 14 to 18.
You medieval moron. All right. Should the Philadelphia 76ers be threatened by the Washington Wizards? If you haven't heard, if you've been living under a damn rock the past 24 hours, the Washington Wizards traded John Wall and a first-round pick for Russell Westbrook. Now, my first opinion on that was they're the same fucking player. They're the same player. A very athletic, very aggressive point guard who actually isn't that great of a passer and can't shoot the damn ball. They're the same player. What do the Wizards get by that? What do the Rockets get by that? I have absolutely no clue. It is Westbrook's third team in 3 seasons. John Wall's last time playing the game was 2018. It's almost 2021. So John Wall's the injury prone. Westbrook is just an athletic guy that doesn't really make your team good because he's a ball hog and he takes bad shots the whole game. That's my opinion. If you're a Russell Westbrook fan, I apologize. I know there's going to be some of you in the comments. I can't believe it. I'm unsubscribing. Yeah, see you later. John Wall and a first-round pick for Russell Westbrook. That blows my mind. That sounds like a whole bunch of work for nothing. That sounds like doing a whole bunch of things, paperwork, all of this stuff, and gaining nothing. Actually, the Wizards gave up a first-round pick for it. I don't understand why. No, the Wizards are not a threat in the East. The Sixers are not threatened by the Wizards. Nobody's threatened by the Wizards. Adding Russell Westbrook to that team does nothing. That team is bad. All right? Bradley Beal is great. Davis Bertans, insanely overpaid for what he does. You add Russell Westbrook to that, it doesn't make anybody any better. It's probably just going to piss off Bradley Beal when Westbrook starts bricking bad shots late in the fourth quarter when Bradley Beal should be the one with the ball in his hands. We've all seen it with Kevin Durant, with everybody else that Russell Westbrook has ever played with. As you can see, my opinion on Russell Westbrook is a passionate one. I will say this. John Wall is a slightly better shooter than Russell Westbrook because the last time he played, he shot a whopping 30% from 3, and Russell Westbrook last season shot a whopping 25% from 3. Oh, man, let's move on. Paul George, just one more thing before I get into the Sixers stuff. Paul George called out Doc Rivers yesterday on a podcast about their 3-1 loss in the playoffs last season. And here's I'm blown away. I'm flabbergasted. Okay, that Paul George would come out and say something about the coach that isn't there anymore. Oh, I have so many opinions on this, but I want to try to keep it short for you guys. Here's the quote for Paul George said yesterday. He said, during that whole thing, meaning the 3-1 meltdown loss in the playoffs, we never really worked on adjustments or what to do differently. He also said, Doc was trying to use me like a J.J. Redick, and that ain't my game. All right, Paul George, listen to this, man. A team traded 5 first-round picks for you. 5 first-round picks for you because you are supposed to be a superstar, right? You're supposed to be on the top tier of NBA players, right? I would say the top tier of NBA players, it is assumed, just automatically makes your team good. The thought was, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, you're automatically good. You're automatically in the Western Conference Finals. That was the thought. Nobody thought they had to use you a specific way like a more average NBA player. You don't. LeBron James is on your team's automatically good. No coach is like, how am I going to use LeBron? No, that's for LeBron to decide because he's that good. He's on that tier. I don't think Doc Rivers is supposed to sit back and say, how should I use Paul George? No, you're Paul George. You're supposed to be one of the best players in the league. You're supposed to just get things done and get buckets. That's just stupid to me that he said that. And let's just look at a screenshot of Paul George's playoff stats, right? So Paul George coming out and blaming Doc Rivers is just funny because here's his 2020 playoff stats, okay? Game 1, he shot 36% from 345 from the field. Game 2, he shot 4 for 17, 23% from the field, 20% from 3. Game 3, he shot 3 for 16, 18% from the field, 12% from 3. Game 4, he shot 3 for 14, 14% from 3. You see where this is going. This loony, goofy, just weenie is going to come out here and blame the coach that isn't there anymore because you shot 12% from 3. Give me a damn break, Paul George. You're overrated. I'm so glad the Sixers weren't the team that gave up 5 first-round picks for you. Let that be the Clippers. On the bright side, thinking about this Westbrook trade, we do get to see Joel Embiid dunk on Westbrook 71 times this season because, there's 72 games in this upcoming season, and we all know we play the Washington Wizards 71 of those games. So that's an ongoing joke. I just say that because every time I check who we're playing, it seems to be the Washington Wizards. So Westbrook and Embiid meeting literally like 10 times this season, that's going to be exciting because they hate each other, and Westbrook's going to get dunked on. Book it, guaranteed. All right. So the takeaways from the first day of 76ers training camp. The first question I have is, it's rumored, it's stories out there, everyone's talking about it. Did Shake Milton put on 15 pounds of muscle this offseason? The answer is no. It's just a dumb thing. The answer is absolutely no. It's not physically possible. The offseason was 2 months long. I don't want to bore you with a whole long thing, but I've studied bodybuilding and building muscle for a long time because back in the day, I wanted to be huge and jacked and muscular like every other early 20s, 22-year-old kid. And I studied it a lot. And, I don't really study getting huge anymore. I lift weights now just for my own well-being, and I really, really enjoy it. And I keep my diet clean, and I try to stay at a low body fat percentage and all that stuff. But I used to study gaining weight and how to build muscle, okay? And the hard fact is that you can only build 2 pounds of muscle per month if you're doing it right. If you're doing it the right way and you're trying to build muscle without putting fat on your body, 2 pounds for the average person is what you're going to get, unless you have some crazy genes. And if you do have crazy muscular genes, you would already look muscular, like an Eric Bledsoe or somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Eric Bledsoe doesn't lift weights. I mean, he might lift weights, but Eric Bledsoe looks like that naturally, right? He's jacked. Nate Robinson looks like that naturally. Shake Milton doesn't exactly look muscular naturally, so I don't think he's naturally able to put on 15 pounds of muscle in a month. Now, the quote was, he said, probably I was playing last season at about 205, and right now I'm like around a cool 217. So those are very vague terms, okay? He was probably playing at 208. He's probably 212 right now. If he is 215, 217, then he put on 5 pounds of fat. That's just the facts. That's just how your body works. So, Shake, don't pull a Carson Wentz on us and come into the season fat and slow. All right? Weight isn't that important in the NBA. Why? It's not that important. Everybody always says that this guy needs to put on weight. He needs to put on weight. No, he doesn't. Avery Bradley's one of the best perimeter defenders in the game. He has been his whole career. He's 6'2", $185. It's about moving your feet, stay in front of the man. It's way more about the mental and the IQ, right? We just need Shake to be a good ball handler and a good shooter and a good decision maker. I don't need you to weigh 220 pounds. That's my take on that. Also, it's pretty much known at this point that Shake Milton is going to play the sixth man role. So I don't think Shake Milton is going to start just based on Doc Rivers' comments yesterday and Shake Milton's comments. I don't think he's going to be in the starting lineup. I think he's going to be the sixth man, which means Seth Curry will be in the starting lineup. I would 99% assume that. I think either one of those is a good thing. You know, I do think Doc wants to start Shake Milton. I do think Doc wants to start Seth Curry because of how well his shooting ability is going to complement Ben Simmons on the floor. I do think he wants to do that. And Shake coming off the bench as the secondary ball handler, or, Embiid comes out and they run Ben Simmons at the small ball 5 with Shake and Seth on the floor. I mean, there's so many combinations. It's going to be great. I think it's great for Shake to come off the bench and be maybe the first guy off the bench, a pick and roll ball handler who can shoot the ball. So I'm all for that. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments, man. Should Shake Milton be the 6th man off the bench? Or do you think Seth Curry should be the 6th man off the bench and Shake should start? Should Matisse Thybulle start? Let's move on to that. First of all, Matisse Thybulle's hair. Okay, that's where I'm going to start with this because they showed up to training camp yesterday. And Matisse Thybulle has the cornrows going on, all right? Now, Matisse Thybulle has absolutely zero offensive game so far in his career. I'm not ragging on him. I'm just telling the truth. He's a 3-and-D player. And I personally think that the cornrows in Philadelphia are exclusive to one man and one man only. And you know who that man is. That man is Allen Iverson, the legend, the pound-for-pound greatest of all time to put on a Sixers jersey. I don't know. I don't know, Matisse. I don't know if I'm a fan of the cornrows. You guys let me know if you're a fan of the cornrows. I don't know. Do remember the last time Joel Embiid came into training camp with cornrows and started a season with cornrows, it was a bad start. Or coming back from an injury with I don't remember which. I'm not a fan of Sixers players having cornrows. I'm just going to throw that out there. Let Allen Iverson have the cornrows. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. Anyway, Matisse Thybulle said that he's been focusing on his three-point shot in the offseason. I think Matisse understands what kind of player he is, and he needs to shoot the three. That's it. Matisse Thybulle doesn't have to have an offensive game. There's a lot of people in some of these Sixers groups on Twitter, yada, yada, whatever, that think Matisse can become a superstar, can become a Kawhi Leonard. I think it's nice to think that, but I think people only think that because he's already a great defender. But I'm not seeing it from an offensive standpoint. I'm not seeing it from a basketball IQ standpoint. When Matisse Thybulle ends up with the ball in his hands with 3 seconds on the shot clock, he just has absolutely no idea what to do. And that's fine. We're never going to need him to be that player. All he has to be is 3-and-D. I rhymed. All he has to be is a great defender, disrupt things on the defensive end, get a lot of deflections, shut down players on the perimeter, get better at not fouling, get better at not reaching. He likes to do this reach around thing, pause, from behind, pause, and knock the ball out. But he gets called for fouls a lot when he tries to do that stuff. And he jumps on top of dudes' heads and teabags them, pause, and gets called for fouls a lot when he does that because teabagging should be a foul. But as far as the offensive side of the ball goes, all we need Matisse Thybulle to do is catch and shoot. You got Ben Simmons on your team. All anybody needs to do is catch and shoot. Matisse shot 35% to start his rookie season, which is not too bad. I'll take 35%. I don't need Matisse to be a 40% three-point shooter. I'll take 35. That was the first 14 games of his rookie season. The next 14 games of rookie season, he shot 56% from three. And then he had the injury, and then he came back from injury and only shot 27%. So I think he was in a rhythm. The injury took him out of the rhythm and, whatever. He shot in waves, up, down, 35, 56, whatever. If he could shoot close to 37, 38% from three, that's a perfect 3-and-D player. And then we have other ball handlers on the floor. Matisse never has to handle the ball. I don't want him to handle the ball. I think he can finish at the rim. I think he can take one dribble and get to the rim if the lane is there. But I don't ever want to see Matisse handling the ball one-on-one in an ISO situation. I don't think it's going to be necessary on this team. 3-and-D. D up, get the deflections, and knock down your shots. That's all I got for today, man. My name is DJ Eastwood. Thank you for watching Run It Back. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button if you like me. Hit the dislike button if you hate my guts. Thank God the Sixers are here. because the Philadelphia Eagles, like I said yesterday, can kiss my ass. You guys have a great day. Peace.